Most people think business continuity and disaster recovery are two names for the same plan. The exam knows that, and it will hand you a scenario that quietly turns on the difference. By the end of these few minutes, you will never mix them up again. You will know which one keeps the business alive, which one rebuilds the systems, and the two little acronyms, RTO and RPO, that examiners love to bury in the wording. Here is the one line that sorts it forever. BC keeps the lights on. DR turns them back on. Hold on to that. Everything else in this lesson, just unpacks it. This is Objectives 2.1 and 2.2, and the exam confuses them on purpose. Let me make it concrete first. Picture a busy hospital in the middle of a storm. The power fails. Machines go dark. Now two completely different jobs start at once. The first job is to keep treating patients right now. Staff wheel out battery packs, switch to paper charts, move people to the wing that still has power. Nobody stops caring for patients just because the mains went down. That is business continuity, keeping the essential work going while the disruption is still happening. The second job belongs to a different team. They are down in the basement, working on the wiring and the generators, getting the real systems back to normal. That is disaster recovery, restoring what broke after the disaster hits. So let's make that exam precise. Business continuity, or BC, is the plan for keeping the whole organization running during a disruption. Not just the computers, the people, the phones, the orders, the essential services. Its goal is that the business never fully stops. Disaster recovery, or DR, is narrower. It's specifically about restoring your IT systems and data after a disaster. Servers, applications, databases, backups. DR is the technical rebuild that sits inside the bigger continuity picture. So, BC is the wide plan to keep operating. DR is the IT rebuild underneath it. BC keeps the lights on, DR turns them back on. If a bell is ringing, good. Remember the CIA triad from Lesson 1? Availability, making sure systems and data are there when you need them. That is exactly the pillar BC and DR exist to protect. And remember incident response from last lesson. A small incident you contain in-house, but a big one, a flood, a fire, a ransomware outbreak that takes everything offline, that is the trigger. A major incident is what sets your BC and DR plans in motion. So how does an organization know what to protect first? This is where one more term earns its place on the exam. The Business Impact Analysis, or BIA. Think back to risk management. We ranked risks worst first. The BIA does the same for your business functions. It asks one simple question of every process. If this stopped, how badly and how quickly would it hurt? Payroll runs once a month, so it can wait a day. The till in a busy shop cannot wait a minute. The BIA ranks them, so your continuity plan protects the critical ones first. Remember this for the exam. The BIA lives inside business continuity, not disaster recovery. Once you know which systems are critical, you have to set targets for getting them back. 2 targets. And this is the pair examiners hide in the wording, so slow down with me here. The first is the recovery time objective, RTO. That is time. How long can this system be down before the damage is unacceptable? An RTO of 4 hours means you have 4 hours to get back up. It is a clock ticking forward from the moment things break. The second is the recovery point objective, RPO. That is data. How much data can you afford to lose, measured backwards to your last good backup? An RPO of 1 hour means you back up often enough that you would never lose more than an hour of work. It looks backwards to your last save. Here is the anchor. RTO is time lost. RPO is data lost. Say it back. Time versus data. If those two feel slippery on first hearing, that is completely normal. They are designed to trip you. Lean on the anchor. If the question talks about how long you are down, it is RTO. If it talks about how much data you would lose, it is RPO. Time for a quick exam check. An earthquake destroys a company's main data center. While the IT team rebuilds the servers and restores data from backups, other staff keep taking customer orders over the phone and writing them on paper. Which of these activities is disaster recovery? A. Taking customer orders over the phone. B. Writing the orders down on paper. C. Rebuilding the servers and restoring data from backups. D. Ranking which business functions matter most. Pause the video and pick your answer. Ready? The answer is C. Rebuilding the servers and restoring data from backups. Here is why. Disaster recovery is the technical restoring of IT systems and data, which is exactly what the IT team is doing. A and B are business continuity, keeping the business running while the systems are down, not disaster recovery. And D is the business impact analysis, part of continuity planning, done long before the earthquake, not during the rebuild. Let me pull it together, exam checklist style. Business continuity keeps the whole organization running during a disruption. Disaster recovery restores your IT systems and data afterwards. BC keeps the lights on. DR turns them back on. The business impact analysis ranks your functions so you protect the critical ones first, and it lives inside continuity. RTO is time lost, how long you are down. RPO is data lost, how far back your last backup sits. One quick question to lock it in. A backup runs every 2 hours, so at worst, you would lose 2 hours of data. Is that describing RTO or RPO? Say it out loud. RPO. It is about how much data you lose, measured back to the last backup. How long you were down would have been RTO. If BC and DR finally sit in separate boxes in your head, that was the whole job of this lesson. Subscribe, because we are moving through this course in pass order. And to drill BC versus DR questions until the wording cannot trick you, head to certcrush.app, where the CC question bank is waiting. That wraps Domain 2, the smallest domain on the exam. Next lesson, we open Domain 3, Access Controls, where the exam finally asks the big question: who gets in and who decides?